It's hot out here.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Where's home?
We are back in SoCal. Riverside County. Oh, the dog's drinking. Hey!
That's the worst sound ever.
Why are we back home? What happened? Where have we been?
MIA from YouTube World.
Yeah. Sorry, YouTube World. After we had our big,
Grand adventure.
Our grand adventure on buying the new trailer and all of that, we haven't even updated any of that.
No, why?
Mysteriously, I don't know. Somehow we ended up pregnant. And that kind of...
Put a halt. So
let's go back. So let's go back. So there we were in Florida.
In Orlando.
In Orlando, Florida, having the time of our life.
At the pool every day.
Enjoying Disney World, which I even enjoyed, and I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Having just a blast.
Yeah, things were great.
Things are still great.
Pure look of annoyance on my face right now.
So we're over there, and we started talking about having a baby, and then we met some friends, Corey and Jesse, who only encouraged that thought, that minor thought that we had for a second, and things were going so well.
It wasn't okay. Wait, it wasn't a minor thought we had for a second. We'd been talking about having one more for like
for a long time.
4 or 5 months. And if you know us, you know that our oldest 2 boys are from my first marriage with my late husband. And then we had Trenton together. And Trenton's 4 now. He just turned 4 in June. And I was like, this is it. Like, if you want one more kid of your own, like, I'm getting up there in age, and I'm like, we kind of got to do it. And so we'd been throwing the idea around only to get positive encouragement from those around us. Yeah, do it. I want to hold a baby. Oh, you pregnant, not me. Yeah. Is that gonna fall off the table?
No, I think it's okay.
So that only encouraged it, and I was like, okay, fine, let's just try.
So we tried.
And then all of a sudden I got the email saying that Bryce had to go back for school to take state testing, and then we were like, well, if we're going back, we should flip another trailer. Like,
yeah, it was kind of like we were riding this high with this lifestyle and everything, and this
and
lifestyle.
Then in that moment I was kind
awesome.
of like, I was like, wait a second, like, that's a lot happening. We're not going to try right now. Like, that's crazy. It's too much happening right now.
Yeah.
Let's go back, let's flip a trailer and see where we can go from there. When we get home in a few weeks later, this happens. And yeah, it's positive. We're totally crazy. Oh my god. I'm sort of freaking out.
Oh my god! That's crazy!
I know.
Oh my god! Wow!
Yeah. So let's throw that in the mix of things going on in our world.
So we're having a baby! Yeah.
So that happens.
And that was awesome. We were stoked on it and kind of overwhelmed all at the same time.
Yeah, and reality kind of started setting in.
Yeah. But I was in the middle of flipping this new trailer when all of that happened. And Aaron's pregnancies before had been pretty rough. And we just kind of didn't really think about how rough it would be.
I prepared myself for it to be rough, and we thought, okay, we'll be in the new trailer. You can sleep all day because Travis isn't working a 9 to 5. Like, he can take care of everything. I can really take care of myself.
Yeah.
Naive. Even 4 kids in, completely naive. Completely naive.
Yeah.
That I'm in a small space and I can hear everything. I can smell everything. I can... Yeah.
Well, so while we were back and finishing flipping the trailer, Erin started getting really sick. Really sick. Like, and you can notice, those of you who really follow us closely on Instagram and stuff, all of a sudden Erin was kind of MIA from our lively tribe. She really was. She was sleeping and she didn't feel good. So I ended up taking on the trailer project all by myself, which wasn't planned.
Right. Your mom helped a lot.
Yeah, my mom and dad stepped in,
and during that time we're staying at my parents' house, so we had to tell our parents that I was pregnant pretty quick because I was not holding anything
She started
down.
getting sick really fast, like 6 weeks in or something. It was just like hit her.
You're having a baby? Are you?
We're having a baby.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Yes!
What? What's that? Why are you crying? Aren't you happy?
Yes!
What do you think, Jay?
I think it's a girl.
Are you okay?
What's wrong?
Are you happy or sad?
Oh, I love it.
Make me cry.
Yes!
Yeah, family hug.
Baby! We're having baby!
Jake, there's a baby growing inside my belly.
We're having a fourth?
So I was still in like, well, we're flipping this trailer. I gotta finish it. We have to have some place to leave. And once we get back on the road, you know, after a few weeks, you'll start feeling better. You know, you'll get out of your first trimester and we'll be cool. We'll be good to go. That didn't happen. Like, we got into the trailer and Erin pretty much was just like, I can't even be in here. The smells are overpowering. You know, all the fresh paints and the new stains, all those things that had just been put into it.
We're all contained in 300 square feet and we're very, very overwhelming to my senses. To the point that, like, I was waking up and puking and walking and puking and eating and puking, and it was pretty downhill from there.
Yeah, I had been trying to convince myself it'll be okay. Once she feels better, she'll fall back in love with this lifestyle and being in a trailer and adventuring. It'll be okay. And then after like 3 or 4 weeks in the trailer,
well, we had gone up to Oregon to celebrate Jake's birthday and to see my late husband's family, and we stayed with them, and I literally would wake up in the morning, puke a whole bunch, go down to their house, curl up on the couch in their house for the whole day, and then crawl into my bed at night with the covers over my head. And so that was like a week, maybe a little longer. We headed towards Bend, and car drives were rough. We did boondocking, which was rough. It was just, I was just pretty miserable. You know, and you can't nap in 300 square feet because everybody's right there. It was rough. So we get to Bend, Oregon, and after a few days there, your parents meet us, and I'm sleeping a lot just because it's too hard to be up and smelling everything, and nothing got better. I was about 14 weeks by then, and nothing was getting better. And I finally looked at him one morning and I said, you need to take me to the ER. Like, I can't move without throwing up. So we did that, went to the ER, I got rehydrated, they gave me some medication to help me hold stuff down. I went back to the trailer and slept again. In Bend was when we were kind of butting heads, and I was trying to explain, you know, I'm really exhausted and I'm really done and I don't see this getting any better, and I'm really nervous about 4 kids in here, like especially an infant, after I'd convinced myself that I thought it would be great because infants don't need a lot of space and I can still homeschool. And
you know, and I think something that happened while we were there too that kind of put a more realization into having a baby with us was that baby next door who cried all night.
Nobody slept. That was
someone
outside of our trailer.
And that baby cried all night. And it was in that moment where I was like, yeah, that's going to be really hard for our whole family if we're all trying to deal with that in those first few stages of a baby.
And I know that there are families out there that travel and do this with an infant, and I mean, good for you. Like, that is incredible. Good for you. Just not in the cards for me. And I've come to realize that it's okay to admit that I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, moms these days feel like you have to be able to do it all, like conquer it all, and you can do it because you're a mom, and prove everybody that you can do that. But I can't do that. Like, I need a house, I need some space with an infant, and that's just the way it is.
And it's kind of, you know, and I had a really hard time accepting like the thought of stopping the adventure, and I finally came to the realization that it's just going to be the next chapter. Like,
add hints here and there that like I'm done, and he's not catching it. He's just getting more and more angry.
Yeah, I'm getting more frustrated and more like, well, how can I convince her that we're not done? And
so finally one night we'd run out somewhere, and on our way back I just lost it. And I don't lose it, but I lost it.
You know, Father's Day or something. Father's Day, we went out for dinner. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, because I got this hat.
Oh, yeah. So I had pretty much lost it, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm really trying to tell you that I'm done right now, and I don't want to homeschool the boys again next year, and I just want to go back and find a house, and I'm not done for good. Like, I don't see like this adventure of traveling being done. I think traveling is just within us, but with this one, in this trailer, in this lifestyle, with a baby on the way, like, I just can't right now, and I need to go back. So I had a hard time telling him that I was done because I knew he wouldn't be done, and the way we had talked about adding another baby into our life was
in the trailer.
In the trailer. You
know, that whole idea when we talked about it, and this lifestyle was a part of that whole story. You know, so for me, it's like all of a sudden we're changing the plans we'd made and the goals we'd set, and that stuff's just hard for me in general. You know, changing a goal doesn't come easy for me.
And see, I looked at it like, we did a year. Like, we did a year traveling, we conquered it, we loved it, we found out a lot about us and a lot about our kids, and it brought us closer. It did so much for us in that year, and we did our year.
Yeah.
Had I expected to go longer? Yeah. But things change, and I was okay with that. I was okay with change. I'm okay with change. But trying to get him on board and understand where I was coming from was hard. And we don't argue. We're really lucky. We have a really good marriage. We don't argue a lot. This was probably one of our biggest disagreements.
Well, it was me changing my views on our life, and, you know, trying to design the next chapter,
trying to figure out where we wanted to go and what we wanted to do with the next chapter of our life.
And while we were while I was renovating this one, it really like struck a chord to me that
struck a chord?
I don't know what that means.
Struck a corn.
It really.
How do you strike corn? Struck a chord?
It like struck on a guitar, a chord. Oh, there we go.
Chord.
Struck it. Yeah, that's like, what I meant to say.
Makes music. You're like, oh.
Can I continue?
That was a good one.
But while I was renovating this trailer, I was like, I want to do this forever. Like, I loved, and I'm sure you guys who followed along could see that, like, I loved every part of it. So I thought, okay, when we're done traveling, whenever that is, I want to try and flip trailers. Like, I love it. I think there's something there. I think
we've had so many people reach out to us saying, do you do this for a living? Like, is he going to flip trailers? And so that's just even more encouraging to the idea, and really gave him more of the confidence that he needed to be like, wow, this could really like be something. And
so I started changing and looking more towards, well, if we settle down, then I can pursue that business opportunity that I want to do anyways. And maybe now is just the time to do it. And so it's looking at all of the good that came from traveling. I don't think we'd be having a baby, again, another baby, if we hadn't gone on this adventure.
Right.
We wouldn't have been in that really relaxed enjoying time of life to be like, yeah, we can totally handle another kid. You know, if we were if we were still back in a house and stressed out and all that stuff, we probably wouldn't have chosen to have another kid. We probably just been like, this is enough, we're okay.
Yeah.
So we look at that. We look at, okay, we got a baby on the way now that we're excited about, and now we're going to start a trailer renovating business. Like that's the next chapter.
And I'm excited for that. And we have to look back at our life before we started this adventure. And you know, we had a home in Temecula, and our kids were in school, and they were playing sports. And yeah, it was busy and crazy, but it was one of the best parts of our life.
It was a great time too.
Yeah, there wasn't anything bad about it. We just had this opportunity to travel for a year, and we're like, we might as well go do it now. And so we did, and then we did that, and that was amazing. So I know that no matter where we settle down and what we decide to do, like, it's gonna be great. Now we're in this just really stressful limbo part of
trying to get back into a house.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
it's been like 5 years since we've even tried to apply for a house. We lived in our other one for 4 years, and it's not as easy as it was back 5 years ago.
Everything is so impersonal, and it's so frustrating. You know, you find a house online, we'll fill out this rental application, each of you, that's $40 each, and give us all of this paperwork, and then we'll send it to the owners and let you know. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, so how much money are you gonna spend just trying to apply for a place? It's like,
I'm like, you can only afford to apply to so many over and over and over, and so that's been exhausting. And the other big thing that we have to share is we're selling this one.
Yeah, we're gonna sell this trailer, which is crazy, like, but
that's what we've decided is going to be able to start the trailer flipping business.
That'll give us the money needed to buy another one and then flip it.
So be ready for that video. We're gonna do a tour of it and put that out as well.
And that's where our Lively Tribe's going. We're, you know, it's still gonna be our lives, our kids, our adventures.
Like, we still, I mean, adventure and traveling is just within both of us.
It's more ingrained now than ever. Absolutely. For sure.
And so that'll never stop. And we're excited for all of the, you know, the next adventures that we're going to have.
And I think now I've learned what the adventures I want that I love the most, which are the ones that are getting off the beaten path. You know, camping where no one else is camping. So now I think I'll know how to do that so much more successfully.
And confidently, like, we have the confidence just to turn onto a dirt road and go camp in the middle of nowhere. So I have, you know, big plans as to how that's going to look also, that I can't wait to start sharing with you guys on, you know, what this transformed into. So we're excited right now, but we're super nervous. Super stressed. So, but it'll all fall into place. It always does. And
I would encourage anyone who's thinking of doing this to do it. Try and move into a trailer. Go and see things. It's priceless. But I was in the store. I didn't bring my reusable bags, and I was like, oh man, we've been up in Oregon for a while. I hadn't even thought of it. And she's like, oh, I've never been to Oregon. I hear it's beautiful. I'm like, it's
not that far.
I'm like, it is beautiful. I'm like, where have you traveled to? She's like, Arizona and Nevada, and that's it. And I just think, man, we got to do so much. And there's so many people who don't go and see things. And how that's shaped us and our kids.
Yeah, our kids especially.
To just get in the car and go and see something that you've never seen before. And I told her, I said, the closest place I can recommend is go to Zion. It's not much further than Vegas, and you'll see something you've never seen before.
And it's mind-blowing.
Yeah, and be in awe of how beautiful this country is and how lucky we are. So, go and do it. Like, don't just watch these videos and think, I wish I could do it.
You just gotta do it.
Figure it out. Even if it's only a 2-week trip, to something you've always wanted to see, just go and try, because you'll never regret it.
And we don't regret any of our trip, any of it. It
Not
was
a
the full
single
year
part
was
of it.
amazing. All of it was worth it, and it brought us to where we are now. And we hope that we can build trailers and renovate trailers for families to go out and adventure.
Yeah, and that's what I'm so excited. Like, if we can give, I know that not everyone has the time or the resources or the small skill set that it takes to be able to do it. So if we can do that and give that to someone who's looking to buy a travel trailer anyways, dude, it's just,
Yeah, to give
I'm
you a
so
space
excited
that's so comfy and
about
your own.
that. Yeah, and making it yours and kind of making it for you and your family, you know, to share. And
so contact us if you're ready to jump in and let us know what you're looking for.
yeah,
and,
if you've been thinking about
we'll
it.
work with you.
And we've
excited.
lived it, so we know what you would need and what you don't need. And size is not everything at all.
No.
You know, so you can do it small like we did and have the time of your life. You know, and I don't know. So that's where we are.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's a little hot out here. We haven't been in 100-degree weather for a year, so
Can we
it's
go to
weird.
the pool? Alright, so continue following us. We have more adventures coming. Pray for us in a house, because I don't know what we're going to do. And if you're interested in this one, hit us up.
Alright, thank you for following our journey. We really appreciate all the encouragement. It's been wonderful and life-changing. So
a lot
thank
more to
you.
come. Yay. Look at my elbow.
Elbow it. I didn't do it.
Alright. Bye.